Hi, hello, hey. It's the podcast of Kyle's podcast of self reflection. That's the name of the game. That's what I'm calling it, and we're sticking to it. New Year's just happened, so I thought it'd be fun to kind of take a look back at 2019 because I'm like one of the few people who it completely didn't fuck over. Yeah. Um. So to start, it's kind of hard to describe how my 2019 without diving into my 2017 and 2018. More so the end of 2017, and I'll just glimpse over 2018 because I don't want to make this 5 hours long. So 2017, end of 2017, start of 2017, and I just dropped out of film school, which sucked. It was real harsh on me. I should probably preface any story by spoiler. I'm fine now, and also these problems are much worse to me than they would be to anyone who actually went through considerably harder hardships. However, in my opinion, all hardships are different based on the individual. So please don't play the poor me Olympics and comment or suggest that you had a worse experience and what I went through was nothing, because it was something to me. I'm sure if like someone did go through worse stuff, that I would agree that that is worse. But these are my troubles and tribulations, and it's my podcast of self reflection. Damn it. Um. Anyway, so started 2017. I dropped out of film school. It was a good school in my eyes, but apparently I was wrong. Um. And I dropped out because I didn't really feel like I belonged there. I was super depressed, super not great mentally, and I was alone. So I came back home to where I am now, good old PA. I was in film school in California, for context, of how far away it was. So I'm here now, and I transferred to the college I'm in now. I guess I shouldn't go too specific into details of my schools, because like stalkers and whatnot. I don't know. If you dig deep enough on me on the internet, you can probably figure out where everything about me. So I'll just, if you want to put in the work to stalk me, go ahead. Uh, I transferred to my new school, and end of 2017 wasn't too bad, but I made some mistakes I won't dive into here just because those are kind of personal. I explored a lot in 2017. We'll say that. I explored a lot, and then I did some dumb stuff, and I ended up breaking my back. Well, I was hospitalized before that um, for uh, suicidal, not tendencies, like thoughts. I was self harming. It wasn't a good time. And then, plop the broken back on top of that. It wasn't great. Um, so at the end of 2017, everything was pretty much garbage. 2017, yeah. And then I found my dog, Ollie. He's a tiny, I want to say, I don't know what kind of dog he is. He's tiny and white, and he's got black spots. I, I could not tell you what kind of dog he is because I'm dumb. Um, and I bring that up specifically because the moment we got him, he's such an energetic puppy. It kind of turned my life around because 2018 started. At the start of 2018, I met a lot of good friends. Some of which you've seen on this channel. That was Mysterious Torura. Um, I met them, and then I had, along with like these new con friends, I met college friends, and all that fun stuff. Um, and that kind of like showed me that the friends I used to have weren't really working out for me, and that these new friends allowed me to just be myself, and I was getting really comfortable being myself and being appreciated. So I stopped doing stupid stuff as much because I didn't have to fight for their attention. Um, and 2018 was like a struggle to get back on my feet. And then around the end of 2018, because we're just skipping, I can do 2018 in a whole other video, but 2019's fresh on my mind. At the end of 2018, things were looking really good. So, started 2019. As a lot of you know, I went to Katsucon. That's because I was convinced by some friends to go as part of a club. Um, you can watch my Katsucon video to see how that went. Um, and I met the Nerdle Squad, who I've probably mentioned on the podcast before. If I haven't, go check out Nerdle Soup Cosplay on Instagram with a cosplay page. It's super cool. They're a lot better than me at it, but I have fun. Um, and I met them, and once they agreed to do the Nerdle Soup cosplay, them being Azumi, Jazzy King cosplay, Azumi something. I totally forget her handle. I'll put it in the description when I find it. MEB cosplay, and of course Mysterious Juro. When they all agreed to do the group thing, thing about me is I like doing creative stuff with people. I don't. It's hard for me to create on my own. This podcast is, I guess, an exception because I like rambling incoherently about my thoughts and feelings on life and stuff. And like, I don't feel like a lot of people would want to sit around and listen to some guy who's like young rambling about life. So this is just kind of my blah blah blah, blah my verbal vomit page. But I want to make good stuff. Um, Historically, haven't done that. But 2019 was the start of me actually making better content. I started this podcast in 2019, ironically. Uploaded. I kept some of my old stuff up in 2019 just because they were popular. I might re-upload the Leprechaun video just because I really like that one, and I want it to be like a good mixture of what y'all like and a good mixture of what I like, and hopefully those clash and intertwine and such. Um, so when we created Nerdles, I was really happy because it was a group project. It wasn't just me leading the charge. It was all of us. We all had input. We all had ideas, and we still do. And we're making more stuff, and it's exciting. And we didn't feel like we had to do it. We wanted to do it, and we kind of just were like, well, let's not push it. Let's just have fun with it, and that's what we're doing. And it's gained a lot of traction, and I'm really proud of that. Um, then school was obviously a thing. I'll just kind of brief up school in 2019 with I haven't failed yet. I've actually made a couple more friends. School's just kind of been like a consistent thing that I do while I go through life, and work as well. I talk more about my personal things here than school and work, just because like you don't want to hear that. That's boring. Unless you want to get to know me, in which case I'll tell you in person. Otherwise, you don't want to hear that. Um, so a lot of early of 2019 was pretty chill in regards to just hanging out with friends, creating funny memories. And then, the summer happened, and that was just hell in the sense of work. But then Anime Next happened, and I have an Anime Next video, so this is definitely going to be up before that. I'm just still collecting things from Anime Next. I got all the footage. I'm just waiting on photographs because I kind of want to showcase some of them. Maybe I'm still playing around with that idea. That's another big thing when it came to the con vlogs is that I haven't done that in a long time, and I'm playing around with fun stuff to do in the editing booth and while filming it. But Anime Next came, and again went with the Noodle Squad. Roomed with the Noodle Squad for the first time. That was a lot of fun. Jazz made really good Korean beef barbecue. I think that was what it was. Jazz is a great cook, and anyone that tells you otherwise is a liar. And it was a lot of fun. I had kind of a breakdown, just because depression sucks. But again, the Nerdles, who are like my favorite people, they really helped me through that. They really kind of supported me. They didn't really, they kind of didn't like forcefully like kind of do it. They were like, it was like nonchalant. We're gonna be supportive, and I really appreciated that like more than I can ever. And I bug them all the time about it. I'm like, I'm gonna bug you every day about this. And I ended up meeting someone very special at Anime Next at the prom. And I didn't know they were special at the time, obviously, because that's not how that works. And so they hung out with us, and I'll go more into detail about them in a bit. They spent the next day with us, and then we kind of split off, and then me and the Noodles finally got pictures of all of us together in My Hero gear, which, was really fun. And we also spent it with Revolutionary Productions, who I love. I actually have gotten to know them more and more after Anime Next, and it was amazing. I'm in a D&D session with them. I have been on Let's Voice Act, which was so much fun. I was in Pastaween, which was also super fun. They're super nice people. I say this all the time, and I'll keep saying it until I die. Please check them out. Please check out everyone that I mentioned here because they're all really cool people. and they make really good content, and I love them to death. And I think I don't know. I have this thing where I follow people who a make good content and b are really good people. Um, and I can tell you from personal experience that these are super nice people, and they're genuine and they're real and they're just so nice. Anyway, so the person that I met at Anime Next was my now boyfriend. His name is Sirius. I'm saying that just because he doesn't mind that I talk publicly about him. Um, you can follow him at Multimuse Cosplay on Instagram. Um, and then it was kind of weird in the sense that 2018 was weird, and that 2019 was weird because things after 2017, I didn't really expect things to ever go my way, and if they did, I expected it to have a negative ramification immediately after. Because I couldn't hold a relationship longer than like 6 months. I couldn't hold a relationship. I think the last one I had before serious, I held for like exactly 2 months, which was kind of sad. Um, I'm not really gonna go into any of my previous relationships just because like I like all of them as people still, and I don't want to be like, well, blah blah blah. I don't want to talk negatively about them. And honestly, there wasn't really negative about them. It was more like I just didn't feel that strong connection, and I was like, I broke it off, which sucks. I've never been dumped. I've done the dumping, and doing the dumping is terrible. And I don't even want to experience getting dumped. Anyway, back to what I was rambling about. I'm fidgeting with magnets right now, so if you hear clinkety clanking, that's what that is. Sorry, audio listeners. Um, yeah, it was a really good connection, and we kind of just started talking and never really stopped. And we went to Otakon together, and that's the third convention. So I'd never done conventions prior to 2019, excluding VidCon. I count VidCon as a separate type of convention because VidCon I went to actually like learn and gain knowledge about YouTube. These were like anime conventions, so you go and you dress up and you just have fun. Like it was different, for me at least. Uh, and so Otakon was a lot of fun. It wasn't with the Nerdles, although I know M went. I didn't really. I stopped by, said hi, but I mostly just spent that time with my boyfriend because it was a bonding experience. So we traveled together and we stayed in a hotel room together for the first time. Um, I spent a lot of money, more money than I should have at Otakon. I spent a lot of money so far. I think I spent the least amount of money at 2 out of the 4 conventions, which is a 50% success rate, which is nice. I take the W there, although I shouldn't because I still dropped a lot of money. um, After Otakon, we got into a routine of seeing each other regularly, and this is the kind of part where it gets mushy. So if you don't like mushy, lovey-dovey Hallmark stuff, sorry, but that's what we're gonna go into a bit. I'm kind of like doing better on time than I thought I was. I thought I was gonna talk like for an hour, but it feels like an hour. It's only been like almost like 13 minutes. So, uh, following that, I had the fall semester of school, and that was a bit of a struggle just because learning any kind of language, Spanish, Japanese, ASL, like any kind of language was hard. I thought ASL was going to be a bit easier. It is in the sense that you're learning hand signals for English language, right? So it's easy in that sense, but it's remembering the hand signals and what they mean that's hard. Um, it's not like I'm learning Spanish, Spanish to English, or like I'm learning Spanish, like what words mean in Spanish, and like what they mean in English. But I don't know. It was easier, but it's still hard because learning language is hard. Um, the school year went good for me. Surprisingly, I thought I was gonna do okay. Turns out I did better than expected. Not to like humble brag, but like it's kind of what it was like. Hey, it's a good thing. I ended up spending a lot of time with Sirius. We ended up going to J1Con, which is a tiny convention in Jersey, in Atlantic City. Um, it's cute. It's quaint. I would recommend J1Con to anyone getting into conventions. I didn't know I went to one of the bigger cons as my first con. Apparently, KatsuCon is like huge. I didn't know that. I just knew it was a thing. Um, so I mean, even KatsuCon wasn't that scary. go to any convention, but like if you want to go to a cheap convention that's still fun and like still like meet people, go to J1Con. Cause like also like stay at the hotel that it's at. I think it was like the Steamboat, cause they're nice rooms for a real good price. Parking wasn't too expensive either. The whole thing was really nice. I got some good merch there too. Didn't do I don't do a lot of events at cons. I just kind of like hang out, walk around the tables, and just hang out with people. And I like it like that. Uh, I also that's where I had my best cosplay to date, I think, which was Koops from Super Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. And then we celebrated New Year's together. So I spent a lot of it with Sirius, and I genuinely think that this person is the one. I won't get too more mushy than that, just because mush. Um, so pretty much my year was like amazing, in the sense that I'd never had a this good of a year before. I started DMing this year, which was great. I'm in like 3 D&D campaigns, going on 4, which is amazing, because I've always wanted to be part of that, like more. I killed it at Christmas with gift giving. I always struggle with that, but like I nailed it this year. I got my own office space to kind of like, work on stuff. That's where I am right now. I have shelving with like nerd stuff on the walls, and it's like amazing to me, just because like I've always wanted to like display stuff. Uh, this year was just freaking awesome, and I'm like so forever grateful for like the people that like were a part of it that helped it be forever awesome. Um, I cosplayed like, let's see, I cosplayed a bunch of different people. I almost did more, but I couldn't get Grail Sutcliffe in time from Black Butler. But I did Kirishima from My Hero. I did Kaminari from My Hero. I did Toasty, or a generic splicer from Bioshock, which I'm waiting on the photos from those, but I think is like really good. I did a couple OCs, which they're OCs. I don't really know what to do with them. I just have this knowledge of these characters, and I did Koops, and yeah, I'm looking forward to 2020. It's weird to finally start being more and more optimistic about the years coming. Like I have a full plan of what I want to do, and I don't know. I feel like if anyone watching actually like watches these things, I just kind of, from my experience, I think you can take that things get better with time, because a year is like a long time if you think about it. It's 365 days, 52 was it 52 weeks, and like 7 days a week, something like that. I've done 12 months, 52 weeks, and like 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, blah 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 blah. It's a long time. So 2 years ago, 2017 feels like forever ago. No, 3 years ago technically, because it's 2020. I don't know. I feel like you could take from this that things do get better with time, and like they may not seem good in the moment when things are going wrong, but if you just keep powering through it, it'll be all right. Also, I'll end on that note and then a separate note, 2 different notes. Uh, this year marks the 10 years, starting well in September like 13th, I think, because the vid stats, I forget what the official site's called, but the way they track statistics for YouTube channel, they still have my very first one, which was Super Cool Guy Joe, and this year marks 10 years since I started it. So I'm gonna be making some extra special content in regards to that, and that'll be all released like in September, building up to it. Um, yeah, that's it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing if you have, or in following me on any platform, really. Uh, I got Instagram, which is KShare97, Nerdle Soup Cosplay, TikTok, which is KShare97, Twitter, which is Sports Anagay. That's kind of where I get like dirtier, because I play pretty clean on all other platforms. But if you want to see like football takes and like weird ships from animes and like other takes on movies and such, follow that, I guess. Um, And for guys following me on YouTube, and for the friends that stuck around me for these amazing 10 years, thank you. And I hope to have I hope to garnish. This isn't a plate. Gather more followers and kind of um, help out more people with videos and kind of, you know, get more people to follow me and the stuff I'm doing. That's kind of the dream. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.